All right, y'all. If you know me, you know I love the state fair. And that's as far as I'll go.
Howdy, folks. Welcome to the State Fair of Texas. I'm Big Tex. Did you know that I used to be a giant Santa Claus?
Really?
Before I was a giant cowboy? Yeah, he was a giant. First person, was a giant Santa Claus. But then they were like, what are we going to do with this giant man? Let's turn him into a cowboy. Remember when I caught fire?
Yes.
All those years ago? Since then, I've quit smoking. I was working that joke all day. I'm proud of it.
So State Fair has been back. I think they were.
Yeah.
I think he came back. I think during the pandemic. Well, sorry, I keep saying during the pandemic, but still the pandemic.
Yeah. Last year, I think they did the drive-thru.
Right. Yeah. Last year was the drive-thru where they had like select stuff. This year, I think, is now back in person. I'm not going to look that up. But I know that there was the drive-thru. It was the drive-thru. Yes, it was yesterday.
I remember it was like lines and lines to go get corn dogs.
Yeah.
I do remember that.
Yeah. So back in person. Anything about, if you know about the state fair, usually like I think state fairs across the United States have like, they're known for like fried foods, but Texas does it different, I think.
Yeah, like because Texas, there's people who they enter.
Yeah.
Like people who come up with their own concoctions and they enter them into a giant contest and they get narrowed down into the ones that get sold in different parts of the park.
Right.
And so it's that time of the year where they have narrowed it down to it's this list of 10.
Yeah,
it's 5 and 5. We'll explain that. But it's the finalists for the foods that will get sold throughout the park. Yeah. And of course, they're all bad for you, and you will die if you eat too much of this stuff.
Right.
Everything's bigger in Texas, including the hospital bills. Yeah, I work on my late night jokes. So Stephen Colbert, call me.
So usually every year there's these new concoctions of fried foods, or not even, doesn't have to be fried foods. It's just
the cuisine is out there.
Yeah,
it's like it's stuff that it's junk food on steroids. It's stuff that like people go to the fair sometimes just to eat the food.
That's what I do.
Not even ride the rides.
Yeah, I don't care about the rides. I'm only there about the food.
Yeah, and so like that's the thing. It's like the food has become an attraction
in itself.
Yeah, in which nowadays, if you can come up with something that's a weird enough concoction, you go viral, and that's the name of the game now.
Yeah, like
I think the one that was the bit was a fried Coke.
Oh, I think that was like the first, like, I guess, headliner. Like when the Texas State Fair really started getting into it. I mean, this is the 18th annual, so 18 years ago would be legal. I mean,
I told Dan Cook, he's disappointed. It's like, oh, legal? Ah, dang.
Let's see. 18 years ago.
Allegedly. See, I'm going to get sued.
Allegedly. So it's 2022 right now.
You telling me you're grooming the state fair?
Carry the one. I'm just going to do I'm not going to do math right now.
So it has like it talks about there were 36. Well, let's preface it because it says here
2004 is when it more or less
05.
So 05. Oh, okay.
That's
unless they skipped a year.
They must have skipped a year.
Yeah.
Maybe because of COVID.
Yeah.
They probably skipped 2020 at least.
Right. So what were you saying? Oh yeah, so there's 3 categories that you can win. There's the best taste in savory, best taste in sweet, and then most creative. So I'm not sure if the most creative is out of these or just, I think out of every entry, maybe.
Yeah, because I wonder if like, because it does say
no, it's 10 finalists, and then so it's like best taste for savory and sweet, and I guess the most creative is in those top 10.
Out of the 10.
Yeah.
They chose from 36. It says there's 51 entries.
Yeah.
With represented by 36 concessionaires, which means multiple entrants, and they say 36 were semifinalists, and so these foods better be good. That's all I gotta say. What didn't make the list? I wish we'd have known.
I'm sure we'll find it, but I don't feel like finding it right
now. If you didn't make the list, you weren't important enough. Yeah. No one remembers the losers. Only the ones that give me a heart attack. All right, so
you want to tackle the savory?
Savory, because I saw this on the list and I was like, if I only still ate this. So this one probably should win, but that's just me just reading it.
I mean, I have my impression of what I think will win. So if you read through the savory, and then we'll pick which of the basically we'll be the judges. In this
time. I'm the judge without eating.
Yeah, we'll be the judges for this.
Yeah, just call me Chef Ramsay with all the curse words and the English accent.
Yeah.
So the Chicharron Explosion Nachos by Glenn and Sherry Cusack. So I'm assuming that's a lovely husband and wife team. It's fresh pork rinds and are fried to a golden crisp crunch and then seasoned with just the right number of Cajun-style seasonings to ensure a mouth-watering kick. Next, smoked beef fajita meat is spread all over the crispy nachos and covered with the delectable freshly made queso. To make this an explosion of flavor, these chicharron nachos are topped with a full serving of savory barbecue chopped beef, which sounds so good.
Yeah.
I wish I still ate pork. I don't, because I'll get gout. Gout's not worth it. I ate pork a little bit once and I regretted it, and so I can't even do it anymore. Like, I ate a ham sandwich once and my body wanted to fight me. It's like, you ate a ham sandwich? Your knees are gonna fall off.
I also pulled up because I remember seeing it online from D Magazine. It's basically the same thing but without the fancy copy. So, and basically in a nutshell, that was pork rinds with beef fajita meat, queso, and topped with beef barbecue.
Yeah, because the site that we're reading from is the Big Tex site, which they have to sell it because they're the official site.
Yeah. And
they have to really entice the people to...
I texted it to you just now.
All right, cool. Because... because we gotta read it in the Waterburger man's voice. Chicharrones topped with beef and cheese. What a heart attack! And they had it says Bucky's got snubbed. I wonder how that happened.
Oh, because I remember reading from the 36 semifinalists. One of the entries was the Bucky's Beaver Nuggets, which I think they're cookies or something. They're like cookies, and they just used it for something like.
They probably saw through it. It's like, you're not going to use this as a marketing tool. You do your own thing. It's like whenever the Memphis basketball team wanted to name themselves the Express because they were owned by the guy who owned Federal Express, and the NBA said, you can't do that? That's advertising? Or like when Ted Turner named one of his players Channel because the games would play, the Atlanta Braves games would play on Channel 17. So his jersey number was 17. His name was Channel. And so when it was on the field, it was Channel 17. And MLB saw that. It's like, wait, you can't do that. Channel 17? Like, it was just blatant.
Yeah.
Kind of funny. If you know what Ted Turner looks like, you're going to be dying laughing the whole time. And it's like, you can't use us to advertise? Like, I don't get it. It's like these foods you can't buy anywhere else.
Yeah.
You can buy Bucky Beaver Nuggets anytime.
Right.
So what do you mean snubbed?
I think because one of the entries
incorporated.
That's
okay.
Yeah,
I felt like Bucky snuck in with like a human suit. And it's like, I'm gonna these Beaver Nuggets.
And I read the article. There's no mention of I'm not sure why that's in the headline. They don't even mention him.
It's for search engine optimization. They wanted to make sure Bucky showed up in the search engine.
Yeah. All right. So you want to move on to the next one?
So fried BLT, deep fried BLT for that coronary. Tom Grace. It says kinda. They put cheese and bacon on a tortilla, folded so it's shaped like a Hot Pocket. Then they fry that, cut it in half, and a sandwich the lettuce, tomato, and mayo between the two Hot Pocket halves. Ooh, I don't know what to say about that one.
That's kind of lame.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I can just feel it sliding down my throat.
Yeah.
Like, I get heartburn. Ooh, I don't know what to say to that one.
It just sounds boring and all. It's just cheese, bacon.
It does.
Been there, done that.
Yeah, it's like, it made it to the finals.
Yeah.
Like, that goes to show you how overrated bacon still is.
Remember the epic bacon era of online?
Oh, look that up. That was all marketing from the pork company.
Really?
They were trying to sell bacon.
Yeah.
All this stuff is like milk. Got milk.
Yeah.
They know that humans are not supposed to really drink milk.
Yeah.
So like, they got celebrities to sell milk.
Yeah.
And it wasn't even really milk. Like the milk mustache is made of something else. Like I think yogurt or ice cream.
Yeah.
To get it to show up on camera or to stay. Breakfast was a marketing thing.
Yeah.
They were not selling milk back then, and like the breakfast foods were not selling.
Right.
So they just paid a bunch of doctors to say, "Oh yeah, breakfast, most important meal of the day." It's like, no,
with
it's
your
not.
cigarette, you're with your Lucky Strike.
Yeah, like I eat breakfast at 6 p.m. You're lying. I intermittent fast. I eat my meals between 6 p.m. and 1 a.m. So I don't need breakfast. I eat a honey bun, and that lasts me for 12 hours. It feels like, kind of. But like, yeah, it's that it was the pork industry was pushing that.
I did not know that.
Yeah, it's not a conspiracy. This happens when things don't sell. Just think about like, why is there a push? I'm old. Do you remember these commercials? Here's another reference you might not get because I'm 0 for 30 in these references. Pork, the other white meat.
Oh, I remember that.
Yeah,
or at least secondarily through like parodies or references.
Yeah, those were commercials back in the day.
Yeah.
Pork, the other white meat, because they tried to put it next to chicken.
Yeah.
Chicken was selling, beef was selling, pork was not selling. For good freaking reason. And they made us buy pork again. Anyway, soapbox, I'm off it.
Next up.
Deep fried lasagna roll by the Parrish family. It's fried lasagna, plus you got a side of zucchini fries. This could be the best hangover prevention yet. I've never had zucchini fries. I've had zucchini.
Yeah.
I've had like the squash noodles. Like I don't go out of my way to get zucchini or squash. Fried lasagna sounds like it hurts.
It does.
The tomato sauce is already enough.
Right.
Why do I fry everything? Look at me sounding like I'm not a health nut. It's just that like fried foods.
Yeah.
This is a person. I made a Monte Cristo. You ever had a Monte Cristo? The fried ham sandwich
with cheese. It's like
you dip it in pancake batter.
I think so.
I made one at home once. I almost set my house on fire. Because it was a really shallow pan I was making it in, and it was good. Never did it again.
Yeah.
You hit the jelly, dip it in jelly. That's a heart attack on a bun or bread. Next up, which
this
is
a fancy kind of word. Funny.
The fried charcuterie board by Tammy Nevins Mays and Josie Mays. You got mozzarella, you got salami, you got crisp green apples are tossed into olive oil, balsamic vinegar, and Italian herbs. That gets wrapped in a wonton wrapper and fried to a golden crisp before it's topped with a creamy goat cheese and a drizzle of hot honey. Now, so it's wrapped in a wonton wrapper, so you're eating it all at once.
Yeah, so I guess you're getting the whole charcuterie board experience in a wonton wrapper.
That should probably get, they say most creative?
Yeah.
That, just reading these four,
yeah,
that's pretty creative.
That's pretty cute.
Like, you would think, you don't think, okay, all this Italian meat and cheese, and then wonton wrapper. Like, that creativity.
Yeah.
Let's leave the clubhouse.
Yeah. Let's put a pin in that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I would have that one. That sounds good.
Yeah, because apples.
If you're a fancy boy, pinky out type of guy.
Yeah, really posh like.
Then, yeah, that's like right up my alley.
Yeah, because if apples sweet.
Yeah.
And then you fry them. Sometimes when you cook sweet foods, like the sugar comes up, and so like. You got the sweetness of the apples, and then you got the honey. That probably is like the bouquet.
Yeah,
is probably really like out there because the Italian herbs are bold. You got the sweet.
The balsamic vinegar is nice, sharp.
That's a flavor explosion.
Yeah.
To sound like a Food Network host. And you got the Holy Biscuit by Isaac Russo. This mouth-watering Southern explosion, in quotes, is a biscuit topped with brisket and street corn queso. Plus bacon, plus honey, plus crispy pickle french fries. Isaac is a tough competitor here. Watch out for this one. Past wins in this competition include cookie fries, smoky bacon margarita, deep fried Cuban roll, and fried Pop-Tarts, which I gotta admit that I don't even put my Pop-Tarts in the toaster.
Yeah.
So I think that's something to do with the flavor. Just I think the burn takes away from the flavor.
Yeah.
I rather my pop. I
Do you put them in the freezer?
sometimes
Like
I put mine in the freezer, like the cinnamon ones.
Yeah.
Freezer. Okay, those are the 5 savory
categories.
Category. So you're gonna carry on the sweet.
I'll do the sweet.